Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Everything Digital. Right here we're gonna get quickly into it. We have China right here, and the purpose of this is that the for Information and Industry Development under China's Industry and Information Technology released its 10th update of its crypto project ranking on Tuesday. And guess who is number 2, guys? You probably might have guessed it, Tron right there. And it's kind of funny that EOS is on top. I don't know if that will change. I don't know if this happened before the current EOS hacked. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of it. Basically, I believe like 2.9 or 2.09 million were hacked from EOS because apparently something went wrong on their end, which is pretty scary. Like to have your assets, wake up the next morning and all of that is gone. It is pretty scary, but based on those news, obviously we can see that EOS messed up somehow. I'm pretty sure like they're gonna end up fixing it, and they're gonna end up like uh, umping up their security, or like making it less hackable, I suppose. But so far, Tron is number 2. I believe that after this hack, in my opinion, it deserves the number 1 spot. But I'm not the one that makes the chart, guys. But there it is. Nonetheless, Tron, regardless, like I said about Ripple as well as Tron, love it or hate it, you can't deny the fact that they're still accomplishing a lot of the things they said they were going to do. And I think that's just amazing because, again, you don't see many projects actually coming out with recent news, like almost every week or almost every day. A lot of these projects are actually silent for months, and then maybe they'll come out with a news or two. But here you have Tron as well as Ripple that for some reason get a good amount of hate in the space, which I will never understand, just because like they're doing things and they're showing you what they're doing, and it's facts, like you can't deny it. It's there in front of us, the information is there. But nonetheless, I just wanted to cover that really quickly because I'm personally invested in Tron, and I believe it can definitely give us great returns, especially in the next coming years. Now let's move over here. We have the xPhone. This is just another update because, like I told you guys in the previous or one of the previous videos, the xPhone, the look of the xPhone is actually going to change, and here it is. This looks like it's going to be the final look of it, which is pretty neat. It still looks a little bulky. I would assume it looks about like an iPhone 5s size, like thickness wise. But I mean, let's face it, this is not like hugely bulky, so that's really just something minimal. I really do like the function of it, how you can go from Android OS to the blockchain network. It's pretty amazing. And I mean, right here it has a fingerprint, which I believe it's what's going to let you hop on the decentralized network, and possibly as well as authorize things, I'm assuming. But here we have it, the xPhone. I think it's coming out quarter 2, quarter 3, which is pretty amazing. And I mean, one of the things that I really am looking forward to it is the camera, like 48 megapixel back camera and 12 megapixel front camera. That's pretty amazing. I'm loving that. But nonetheless, that's the update on it. As well as the price tag is going to be set at 599. I guess we can say 600, taxes and all. And that's pretty amazing because now if you're looking at all the new phones coming out, like the new iPhone, Samsung, and everything is kind of being priced at $1,000 or over $1,000 US dollars, which is kind of, in my opinion, it's like it probably cost them so cheap to make these phones, but it's like they're making the price so high. It's like every new phone increases about like 10-20%, who knows. But nonetheless, I think this price tag compared to those is really nice, and the fact that you can go on the blockchain, and according to them you can make carrier free calls, which basically, like, once you're on the blockchain node, I suppose, on the blockchain network, you'll be able to make calls that are not attached to your carrier, AT&T or whatever it may be. On that node, the phone itself is going to be a node on the blockchain network, which is pretty exciting. I mean, they're definitely doing things. Although, in my opinion, Pundi X is working on the XPOS system. They're working on the xPhone, and they are also working on the XPass, which that would go along with the XPOS system. I sometimes think they're spreading themselves too thin, but nonetheless, they're still bringing out the XPOS is a great product. So far, if you haven't looked into it, let me know and I can make a video on the XPOS system. I might actually just end up making one anyways, just because it's pretty exciting for the crypto community, the crypto space as a whole. But there you have it, the xPhone coming out. People are excited about it. I've already seen tweets of people like waiting for it and wanting it, and I think it's going to be great. Oh, and on that note, just remember, if you're interested, keep some extra Pundi X on your X wallet, which is now on Android as well as the iPhone, because basically I believe around the 10th of this coming month, there's going to be you're going to be able to swap some Pundi X tokens for the FX tokens. Right, here's the FX logo. And basically, Pundi X said that eventually their goal is to make Pundi X and the xPhone Function X kind of like separate from each other. So basically, they're going to essentially be, I mean, their goal is to essentially make them two different entities per se, which is pretty interesting. You know, it's pretty cool. You know, they definitely have the right thought. I think they're doing great. That's just my opinion. If you guys have different opinions about it, leave it on the comments below. I love when we can engage in conversations with all you guys. It's amazing to see what you guys have, because you know, we can always learn something from everybody. You know, there's something to be learned from almost anybody out there, which is pretty amazing. And last but not least, we have over here new features increase RXP ledger transaction throughput to the same level as Visa. Guys, this is huge. This is amazing in my opinion. This is going to be pretty significant in the months or years to come. Let me just read you a quick part that I found very interesting. It should be right here. We are excited to introduce several new features that improve the XRP ledger and interledger protocol by bringing the internet value to life. ILP can now communicate with XRP ledger to meet the needs of digital assets, traditional payments, and the traditional financial world, creating a network that can interconnect all of the world's value on ledgers. Ripple is now the best suited network to accomplish this. It is amazing. They are getting things done. Again, regardless, hate it or love it, Ripple is doing things. They're setting milestones and they're crushing it, and it's amazing just to see, like, you know, being on the sidelines, being somebody invested in it. It's amazing to see that they're actually doing things. You know, they're keeping us updated, like, hey guys, you know, we're here, we're getting it done, we're here to stay. You know, they want to take over the financial sector, you know, the cross-border payments, and I think they're very well poised to do so. I think in the coming years we might see a huge change in the way things are now. Again, I mean, back to 2009, 2010, where crypto is now, it's already a huge advancement in my opinion. And here, let me read you another piece that I also found interesting as well. Let me start. Okay, Ripple built their own payment channel specifically designed for XRP, the digital asset native XRP ledger. XRP payment channels allows transaction throughput to increase to the tens of thousands of transactions per second, bringing our scalability to the same level as Visa. With the capability to send money as fast as credit card swipe, XRP payment channels have the ability to transform the way people send money and payments industries as a whole. Again, amazing, just simply amazing. This just tells us that right now Ripple could, I'm not saying this is a thing, but basically this level of throughput basically says that Ripple and Visa could legit right now merge together and or not merge together, but just work together and become partners, and Ripple could actually handle the transactions Visa is making on a day-to-day basis, which is pretty amazing. I mean, before this, I remember Brad was talking about how the scalability was actually much greater than what they had, and this just proves it. I mean, they weren't wrong. They raised the scalability, and now it's a lot nicer. And I mean, hey, I feel like good things are gonna come from this specific thing right here that I'm showing you guys. But I mean, nonetheless, let me know what you guys think. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You already know we're gonna bring you videos on the weekly basis, on a daily basis. Whenever I see good news for you guys, I'm gonna post it because I want you guys to be up to date with the crypto space. I want us to all grow. You know, let's move this thing forward, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Like it or hate it, you already know. Just leave it down there. Hit that subscribe, and let's I'll see you guys in the next video.